Hugh Jackman's Instagram story, which featured a pair of photographs, Boss Logic art of Wolverine, Claw, and Jackman hanging out with Kevin Feige, Supreme Master of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, caused the internet to explode. Is it possible that Wolverine may make a comeback in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? The idea, of course, is that after retiring from the role with his character's death in Logan, Jackman could return either as a cameo, once the multiverse opens up, bringing us characters like multiple Spider-Man from previous eras, or possibly becoming the MCU's actual Wolverine, pulled over from the Fox universe for good. What Hugh Jackman says about the Wolverine's return in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Australian actor was asked about the likelihood of him returning to the role because to the MCU multi-universe during a conversation on Jake's Takes. The fact that I'm hearing about this from you and there's nothing in my inbox from Kevin Feige indicate it's probably not on the table regardless of what idea I come up with, he joked. Later he said, knowing that I was entering my final season, that it was my final season, and that I was making the most of it was extremely beneficial. It's still one of my favorite characters. However, I'm confident that it has been completed. So I believe we can safely conclude that Wolverine will not be making a comeback in the MCU, at least for the time being. Jackman has already given his all to the role of Wolverine. The actor played Wolverine for 17 years, and he was frequently a highlight of the film, even when it wasn't particularly good. Aside from the significant amount of time devoted to the Wolverine character, the role was physically and intellectually demanding. Fasting, bulking up, lowering weight, missing sleep, and following highly calibrated diets were all part of his preparation for his public appearances. Jackman pushed himself through a grueling schedule for his final appearance in Logan. The actor would go a day and a half without drinking water before going shirtless on television. Jackman owes no one anything for the work he put into the part. Logan was also the ideal send-off for Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. The film, based on the Old Man Logan comics, isn't centered on selling products like past X-Men sequels. Rather, it's a brave, sorrowful, and profound farewell. The R rating allows the picture to reflect on Wolverine's past in a raw, mature manner. Extreme violence, intense speech, and even a Taco Bell monologue from Professor X are all present. The film has everything. The old Wolverine even had one final heroic outing as his younger self, slaying adversaries to preserve the next generation of mutants and passing the torch to X-23 for a possible Logan spin-off. With such a faultless farewell, Jackman is justified in opting out of any future Wolverine films or cameos, opting to remain an ex-X-Men. On the other hand, why is Marvel not in a rush with the MCU X-Men? Marvel may have reclaimed the X-Men film rights, but they don't appear to be in any rush to include mutants in the MCU. Marvel Studios appears to be taking its time introducing the X-Men. The studio has announced a slate of movies that will run until 2023, as well as a number of Marvel Cinematic Universe TV shows on Disney+, but no official word on an X-Men show. There have been rumors that Marvel is working on a feature picture named The Mutants, but no plot details, writers, directors, or cast members have been revealed. Furthermore, that term does not imply that the X-Men will be introduced as a group. Marvel Studios has always been known for its patience, and President Kevin Feige has stated that the X-Men will be no exception.